Hey everyone, so today we're going to be solving the question longest common prefix. So the question says we need to write a function to find the longest common prefix string amongst an array of strings, and we can return an empty string if there is nothing that is common. So in the first example we see flower, flow and flight. So we return FL, and in the second example we see dog, race car and car. We don't see anything common over here, so we cannot return anything. So looking at the constraints, we have a length that can go up to 200, and the individual lengths can also go up to 200. And it only consists of English letters if it is non-empty. All right. So since we know that we can return an empty string if we don't have anything common, let us just simply start by defining an empty res. And after that, let us do one thing. Let us first iterate over the index or the length of the first string that we have in our array. So for I in range, len of strs 0. Now what we can do is, now we would want to iterate over all the different strings. First flower, flow, flight, to check the characters one by one if F, F match, or in the second example if D, R or C match. That is what we will do. So for that we will use another loop for S in strs. Now we need to define our condition. Let's think about the condition. Let's think about the edge case first. Assume I am iterating over this flow, but I notice that I has reached the last W over here, or the length of the flow. Now I need to think about it, that can my longest common prefix be more than the length of flow? No, because this is the maximum of this word. So I will have to return my result over there at that point of time. So for that condition, what I can write is if I equal to len of s, that is the current string I am checking. I need to check that. If no, then I need to return the result. But there is one more important condition. This was the edge case, but the main condition is going to be if my s of I, that means let's say we are on this particular string as of now and we are checking for L. So if my s of I, L, is equal to, because we are checking it against the first one, is equal to, is, we need to check it for equal to, but this condition is when we are returning the result. In the case it is not the expected outcome, so we will write not equal to strs of 0 and I, then we break it over there. So this means that if I'm checking L of this one and it is not equal to this, it will break at that point. It will return the result at then and there. Example would be good in this case. Let's say I'm checking for R. R is not correct for, is not equal to D. So it would check and return the result. Alright, so we would return res over here, but in the case where everything goes correct, expected as it should, what would happen is that we would do a res plus s of I. This would get added, and then at the end of the function we can return s. Let's see if it works. Perfect, it's working, and we'll submit it. Perfect, it works as expected. So the time complexity for this particular code is going to be O of n square, and the space complexity as usual is going to be constant. So thank you.